Hello girlies, if you are single like me, this is the video for you. So I am newishly single, I guess. I don't know if you would say that, but I got out of a long-term relationship. I got divorced at the end of last year and then was separated in like August, so divorced at 24, woo! If you are a young divorcee like me, it is an interesting game to play because you've been in that role of being a wife, and now you're like, what is this role of being in the dating culture, seeing men, guys, boys, I don't really know what to call you guys, act stupid and dumb. I don't know what to say to that. But you've been in this role of going home, cooking dinner, being a wife, and then now you're in this dating culture, and it's weird to embrace that all. And some life lessons I've already learned through this process is just have fun, okay? If you're going on a date, you can interview them, ask them questions, but also know that that night out that you took off from seeing your friends, going watching Netflix, chilling at home, whatever it is you normally do, and now you're going on a date to see a guy, have fun. Like, eat somewhere you want to eat, or let them make the reservations. Okay, that's what I gotta say. But have fun, okay? You are there to have fun. If you're not having fun, have the guts to get up and walk away. Always bring cash with you to lay down on the table and leave, okay? Always. If you're not having a good time, if you don't feel safe, leave. And if they are like being rude or angry, you can leave. You don't have to stay there. Another life lesson: your body is your own. Don't ever feel like you owe it to anybody. Just because they bought you dinner, bought you drinks, bought you clothes, bought you anything, you don't owe them anything, okay? Your body is yours, and you can say no to them. If you don't feel comfortable texting them, you don't have to text them. You can say, no, thank you, or you can just stop responding, okay? Learn to say no. It can be hard, but it's a good thing to say no to, okay? We'll come back for more.
Guys, do we have a professional clown around here willing to go and entertain this woman on a date? My question towards this woman is, what do you bring to the table? If a guy wants bedroom fun, there are far prettier women that don't require a meal before hooking up. If a guy wants a serious relationship, he can go to a woman who hasn't been married and divorced and doesn't come with emotional baggage. And if you're not willing to have bedroom fun and instead you just want to go and have a free meal and spend the night talking, then why wouldn't men prefer a night out with the boys, which is more fun than dating a walking headache and less expensive? Now, let's try and skip over the tears, over the overwhelming sadness and utter devastation that this woman is feeling because of her broken marriage, and let's focus on the content of her words instead. From how you getting out of a marriage at 24 and saying that all you learned from that experience is to, quote, have fun, is beyond comprehension to me. The words "till death do its part" have the same weight nowadays as a 50-year-old alcoholic saying he won't drink again after a hangover. She married young, probably to the wrong guy, and then she divorced 1 or 2 years later because of irreconcilable differences. Marriage, gentlemen, is the only contract that has ever existed that you can break without any repercussion, without prior notice, and without consequences. You try and rent an apartment and you sign a contract in which you promise to notice months in advance if you're going to leave that apartment. You also promise that the condition of the apartment will stay the same after you leave. You apply for a job and you sign a contract promising to notify in advance if you're going to break the contract, and you get monetarily punished if you don't stick to your promise. But the contract of marriage, gentlemen, can be broken from one day to another, without notice and without even a reason for it, with absolutely no repercussion whatsoever. In fact, if you happen to have 2 X chromosomes, you get a full package of benefits from breaking your oath. But what is going on, gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Dating After Divorce. And now let's hop onto our second TikTok.
I've gotten to this place in my life, and you can get here too, where
the bullshit meter is like spot on. Like, you can't lie to me. Like, I know your lies, and you can't keep things from me. I know you're keeping something, and you can't have a weird energy because I know the energy is weird. You could tell me the energy is not weird, and it's weird. I know.
Yeah, I bet you do, because you've been falling for the same chads up until your 30s, right? You've been played by the Chad 40 times by the same sort of guys over and over, and yet, guys, she's sitting here telling that she has learned that she can spot the bullcrap from a mile away, yet watch her fall back to that Chad again and again and again, because that's what she's been doing for the last 30 years.
And you know what I did to get here? I will not tell anyone else to do this, is I just dated a bunch of dudes that were pieces of shit, and I learned all the shitty things that dudes do.
No, you don't say. I just took a guess, guys. It's women nowadays are so predictable.
A lot. A lot. And we tell you I did it for you. Because I needed to learn, like, how the fuck this works. And really hone my skill on intuition and on knowing lies. And I had some good backups of people who would validate, yeah, you were right, he did do that.
Yeah, so this is part of the argument that, you know, I had to kiss many frogs to find my prince, you know, or I had to make many mistakes, but now I know my worth. Now I've gone through the healing process, etc. Guys, all of this, you know, this philosophy that you have to make so many mistakes to finally, you know your worth, etc. You have to go through a minefield, and you step on every freaking mine along the way. And when you reach the end goal, you say, see, I stepped on 56 mines. My body is devastated, but now I know where the mines are. Yeah, nobody cares. You trashed your life, and you're not dating material. You're not girlfriend material. And less of all, you're not marriage material. So good job on your healing journey, I guess, but nobody cares.
So keep going. You got this.
I just wanted to respond to this comment really quickly. I agree that it's not for everybody, and I definitely agree that you have to take it with a grain of salt and keep your perspective with you and make sure that you keep it fun.
Alright, gentlemen, just a second to read the comment. I will recommend never online dating, total waste of your time. Love your life, be happy, and who is meant for you will happen.
Absolutely. Waste of time? I don't think it's a waste of time. I think it's given me an opportunity to discover things about myself that I'd forgotten. So I think to each his own, but I disagree. I would not tell people to stay away from it, but I would tell them to be cautious and also, you know, share with your friends what's happening and what you're going through, just to keep perspective and keep it fun. Anyways, my 2 cents.
So again, the same advice as the first lady, you know, just have fun, because who cares about keeping promises, about sticking to another person, about, you know, maybe providing a good life for possible children, you know. Let's just have fun, because that's what life is all about, you know. Let's just have fun, which, you know, nothing wrong about it, but the sort of fun this woman is talking about is the toxic one, right? The one where she chases Chad, they pump and dump her, they let her down. Yeah, I wouldn't call that fun. That is just being addicted to toxicity. The fun that these women are experiencing is the same fun that a drug addict has when he's on one of his trips, right? It's fun, but it's not real happiness. But, you know, what do these women understand about real happiness when they have been addicted to the same chat that grants them the anxiety and the quote-unquote butterflies, and, you know, who make all the wrong choices in their lives?
Hey y'all, I want to get on the encourage y'all real quick. I want y'all to understand that divorce is very, very tough. You know, especially when you didn't want the divorce. I myself did not want to be divorced. I did not want to go through a divorce. I fought it. I did everything I possibly could to not have to go through a divorce. I didn't want to do it. My ex-husband, he wanted a divorce. He was in a relationship with somebody else. He valued that relationship more than he valued his relationship with his wife and his children. So it's like I was forced to get out the marriage. I didn't have a choice. He set me down. He gave me the divorce papers. I signed them. But the crazy part about it is he came back to me later, years after that, and said, well, if you love me, why did you sign the divorce papers? Y'all, that right there was in itself crazy, and I don't have any issues with him. So when I tell y'all things or anything about what he did or what we said or what we went through, it's during those times. We don't have any issues now. I don't have no problems with him. To me, it's like it never happened. It's like I never got divorced. It's like it never, like I never got divorced because I'm divorced. But it's like whatever things, the pain and stuff that happened attached to it, is like it doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't affect me. I don't care what he's ever said, done, anything. We can talk on the phone. We're cool. We don't have any issues because I understand that even...
Guys, that's such a red flag. If that person really cheated on you and didn't care about the kids you had and about you at all, why the hell are you talking to him? Why are you keeping in touch and being friends with him? It's such a red flag, and it kind of shows the background of what could have possibly happened, that she just chose the bad, person to marry. She could choose the good guys, with whom she could be in a relationship now and raising their children, but she chose the bad guy, who probably was a clear red flag from 5 miles away. She chose him because he was Chad, or because she's addicted to anxiety. And now that she cheated on her and did all those bad things, she's still flying back to him because she is addicted to him, because he is toxic. So, kind of no sympathy.
Though it was uncomfortable, it was the best thing for me. I would have stayed in that marriage bleeding everywhere, stressed out, crying, sad, depressed, watching other people be happy while I sacrificed my own true happiness because I wanted to just be married. I accepted the fact that I married the wrong person.
Yeah, you chose the bad person. Guys, I want to comment now. Usually, what this woman is doing is wrong. What we have usually when analyzing women, modern women anyway, is that they don't stick enough to their marriage, right? They divorce because of irreconcilable differences, because the spark is gone, because, they've had a problem that they couldn't solve for more than 2 months. This is what a lot of women usually do nowadays. This woman is on the other end of the spectrum, where she should leave that marriage, but she is not, right? Because she is addicted to the toxicity. Like, there's something to be said about, having problems and, you're already in a marriage. You have to make it work. You have children. You have to be there. But once a person cheats on you, he's crossed the line, right? That's over the edge. There's nothing to be spoken. No marriage counselors. No trying to fix things. Once, that's my opinion. Leave me your opinion in the comments. But once someone cheated, it's over. The marriage doesn't have any value anymore. Some people decide to, keep the family together just because of the kids or whatever. But that's not a marriage anymore. It's just two people, trying to make ends meet at this point. So curious to find this woman on the other end of the spectrum. Usually we have women divorcing for whatever crap there, comes into their minds. This one, on the other hand, is out here, having to get a divorce and not speak to that man ever in her life, yet she's here all addicted to him.
I accepted I've married the wrong person, because when I married him, I went through hell. That's how I know I married the wrong person. Actually, how you know you married the wrong person? Because more than likely, you went through hell. God does not give you a person, a husband, to teach you a lesson on how to live. And when I say that, like, he don't do that to teach you a lesson, like, he offering to punish them. That's not God. I accepted the fact that I married the wrong person. And the reason why I know I married the wrong person, because I'm divorced. I understood the value in marriage. I understood how serious marriage is. I understood the covenant that you made. I understand that when things get bad, you don't just jump up and leave. You work through things. I understood that. I was married to somebody that didn't. So in these type of situations, if you was forced to get a divorce, accept it, move on. Okay, they didn't want to be with you. It is what it is. It's never that serious. Imagine begging somebody to stay with you that don't want to be with you. That's crazy. Now, that's crazy.
This woman, guys, I have to give it to her. I mean, at least she's showing some accountability for her actions, which is really rare, as you may have noticed watching this channel. She takes accountability. There is no blaming the universe, no blaming God, no blaming destiny or whatever crap, zodiac signs, whatever. She takes accountability, right? She has come to the realization that she is the one to blame for her bad marriage and all things that have happened to her. So that's a good thing for her. And honestly, guys, we'll end the video on this woman quite on a good note, I would say, at least showing some wisdom that we barely see nowadays. But with that being said, gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.